Gopi Gita, the Gopi's Song of Separation, with commentary by Srila Bhaktivedanta and Narayana Gosvami Maharaja. Verse 10. Excerpt. O cherished beloved, when parted from you, remembrance of you smiling at us, your tender glance, your intimate pastimes with us, and your loving talks with us in solitary places fills our hearts with pain. Verse 10. Prahasiṭaṃ priya prēmavīkṣaṇaṃ viharaṇaṃ te dhyānamaṅgalam rahasi samvido ya hridi sprishaha kuhakano manha kshobhayanti. Translation. O beloved Master, having seen you as you conversed intimately with us in secret places, your smiling face, which acts as a stimulus for our amorous desires, your glancing at us with love, and your expansive chest, which is the eternal resting place of the goddess of fortune, our hankering to meet with you has increased manyfold, and therefore our minds are repeatedly bewildered. As I've explained previously, verse 9 has a particular meaning when recited by the gopis whose nature is submissive, and another meaning when spoken by those whose mood is contrary. When spoken in a contrary mood, it means we recall that your loving pastimes with us, especially your sweet words, were most delightful. But when, in separation from you, we hear someone repeat your words or recount your pastimes, it causes us much pain. Our pastimes with you are a source of much joy, but remembrance of them in your absence is certainly not. For example, Krishna may tell Srimati Radhika, "O Radhika, you are the very life of my life. I cannot live without you." Although these words fill Radhika with happiness, when she is reminded of the same words in Krishna's absence, she is overwhelmed with the deep sadness. Another example is that Radhika's friend may tell her, "Krishna leaves all the other gopis for you." If Radhika hears these words when she and Krishna are apart, they evoke memories of their pastimes and cause her unbearable distress. Now, in the 10th verse, the gopis continue this line of thought. They utter 4 phrases, each describing one of the Krishna's captivating features. O cherished beloved, when parted from you, remembrance of you smiling at us, prahasiṭaṃ. Your tender glance, prēmavīkṣaṇaṃ, your intimate pastimes with us, viharaṇaṃ, and your loving talks with us in solitary places, rahasi samvidaha, fills our hearts with pain. Each gopi has met with Krishna before, and now relives receiving his sidelong glance full of longing, gazing at the beauty of his smile and being taken in his arms. In her remembrance, she experiences profound separation from him. The gopis remember that when Sri Krishna goes out with his countless friends to herd the cows, Baladeva goes ahead while Krishna follows a little behind him, playing on his flute and smiling. Krishna glances at them from the corners of his eyes, and in response they worship him with their eyes. His glance fully expresses the longing in his heart. Let us meet at Sanketa. They read his glance and understand his message. Srila Vishvanatha Chakravarti Thakur explains that in this verse, the word samvidaha means friendly, joking conversations or narma, sanlap. As we discussed earlier, narma means friendly, joking, and sanlapa means conversation. Narma may also imply that the conversation has a hidden meaning which is quite opposite to the external meaning. The gopis remember this example of joking conversations with deep, hidden import. With his flute playing, Sri Krishna called them to the forest. But when they appeared there, he told them to return to their homes. This is called Narma Sanlapa, playful, joking language that implies a completely different meaning from what is spoken. Indirectly, Krishna was beseeching the gopis, do not return to your homes. According to Srimad Bhagavatam 10:29-19, this night is quite frightening and ferocious creatures are lurking about. Return to Vraja, slender-waisted girls. This is not a proper place for women. Krishna seemed to be saying, the night is dark and cloudy and the dense forest is full of wild animals. You should return to your homes and serve your husbands. But later, when he left Vrindävana and began residing in Mathurä, he clarified the meaning of these words. He sent Uddhava with a message for the gopis, which read, the night after I called you to the forest, you thought I told you to return to your homes. You should know that I did not say that at all. I actually said, do not leave. The moon is full, so the night is not at all dark and frightening, but the sky is cloudy, and it may rain. And if it does, where will you take shelter? If you stay here with me, you will be safe. Krishna had uttered the words Rajanai Ei Shughora Rupa, which apparently mean the night is dark. However, there is another A hidden between the words Esha and Ghora, thus making it Esha Aghora. The night is not dark. Similarly, Rupa Ghora Sattva Nishevita, the forest is inhabited by ferocious beasts, becomes Rupa Aghora Sattva Nishevita. The animals in the forest are not at all ferocious. In that verse, the word na, meaning not, can be applied to either the first part of the line or to the last part of the line, and thus two optional meanings are derived. In this way, Pratiyat Vrajam, go back to Vraja, becomes na Pratiyat Vrajam, do not go back to Vraja, and na Iha Stayam, do not stay here, becomes Iha Stayam, you should stay here. The gopis on the bank of the Yamuna now refer to their conversation with Krishna on the moonlit night. They say, within our hearts we understood what you actually wanted and that you were too shy to express your real feelings. We also were too shy to openly express ours. Our hearts contain sweet memories of such loving talks and pastimes. But now, in separation from you, these memories are the cause of deep sorrow. When someone dies, all of his friends and relatives grieve. A woman in mourning will weep for her lover. He had so much love for me, but now he is no more. In a similar way, the gopis become overwhelmed with the pain of separation from Krishna upon remembering his smile, his heart-touching ways, and also his tricky joking words full of double meanings that indicated, for example, that they should secretly meet him in Sanket Kunja. The word Sanket refers to any assigned place of the meeting for the divine couple. It is not necessarily a specific place, although there is also a specific place known as Sanketa, which is situated between Nandigrama and Barsana. There are many such Sanketas scattered around Vraja. The gopis now say, we want to be free from these memories, but we cannot. We are absorbed in thinking of your beautiful smile, prahasiṭaṃ, your tender glance, prēmavīkṣaṇaṃ, your intimate pastimes with us, viharaṇaṃ, and your amorous talks with us in solitary places, rahasi samvidaha. In this way, we are always reminded of you. These 4 beautiful features bring auspiciousness to the heart, dhyānamaṅgalam, but they also cause the heart to feel agitation, shobhayantihi. O cheater, the mere remembrance of these 4 features causes great disturbance to our hearts. You cheat with your smile, you cheat with your loving words, and you cheat with your intimate pastimes. You cheat in everything you do. Your entrance in our hearts gives us some pleasure initially, but later your presence there becomes like poison and kills us. Srila Jiva Gosvami comments on this verse as follows. Krishna is saying, O gopis, you know that I am difficult to attain. So, why are you expressing your desire to enjoy intimately with me? Sometimes you say, please place your hands on my head. Sometimes you say, please place your lotus feet on our breasts. And at other times you say, your smile and everything else about you is so enchanting. Why do you speak like this? If you feel affection for me, then just listen to my Harikatha and be satisfied with that. Why do you want to see me face to face? In reply, the gopis say, you yourself are the reason we cannot be satisfied simply by hearing your pastimes. The fault lies in your previous loving dealings in Purvaraga. To what are the gopis referring? When Krishna goes cow herding, it is with the sole purpose of meeting with them. In fact, wherever he goes in Vraja, it is with the intention to meet with them there. For example, early in the morning he goes to Yamuna river, saying that he is going there to take bath. But he does not take bath. He simply stands under a kadamba tree on Yamuna's bank, waiting for the gopis, whom he knows come there daily to fill their pots with water. On pretexts such as this, he arranges to go wherever they go. If he knows that they are going to Giriraj Govardhana to perform worship, he also finds an excuse to go there. This is the nature of Purvaraga, anxious anticipation to meet with one's beloved. The gopis also eagerly want to meet with Krishna, and they find endless excuses to do so. They tell their superiors they are going to perform worship of Gauri, the consort of Lord Shiva, or Surya, the sun god. But sometimes, just as they are about to meet Krishna, one of their superiors come along, like Jatila or Chandravali's husband, Govardhan Malla, and all their plans are foiled. The gopis know that Krishna schemes to make them look at him. They know that he plays his flute to attract them, and then smiles, even though he has absolutely no reason to smile. By doing so, they now say, you increased our ardent longing to be with you and love you. But now you've disappeared, and that which you increased now causes us so much pain that we are not able to remain alive any longer. Perhaps we will die. The prefix pra in prahasiṭaṃ means in an excellent way, and prahasiṭaṃ means the most exquisite smiling or laughter. At every opportunity, Krishna laughs in a charming way and casts his glance towards the gopis, sometimes from behind a tree and sometimes from within a kunja. Somehow or another, he contrives to send them the shafts of his arrow-like glances coming from his loving lotus face, which is adorned with the most graceful and sweet smiles. A glance that carries the deep message of one's heart is known as prēmavīkṣaṇaṃ. The gopis proceed to give an example of the third of Krishna's charming features, namely his confidential pastimes, viharaṇaṃ. The way you strolled past us with one hand on the shoulder of your friend and the other hand twirling a lotus can be compared with nothing else. He rests his hand on the shoulder of a friend to indicate to the gopis, "I want to be with you," and place my hand on your shoulder. Similarly, he twirls a lotus to convey them, "My mind and heart spin with a desire to be with you. If I cannot meet with you, I will die." He sends the gopis signals like this when he is with his cowherd friends, and the gopis perceive them from afar and understand them. In this verse, the word viharaṇaṃ means a special kind of theft. The Sanskrit verb hra means to steal. According to the specific definition, viharaṇaṃ does not refer to stealing money, but to stealing his heart. In this connection, viharaṇaṃ also denotes to walk with friends and to walk with a lady. When the gopis utter viharaṇaṃ to refer to their attraction for Krishna in Purvaraga before their first intimate meeting with him, it cannot mean to walk with a lady. In this instance, Krishna casually walks along with his friends, and his walking like this is only to show his desire to meet with them. He ambles along, nonchalantly resting one hand on the shoulder of a friend and twirling a lotus in the other. In this way, he intentionally pulls at their hearts. Seeing this, they lose awareness of everything else and thus become mad. This scene is far superior to the scene of their meeting, far, far superior. Venu Geet is sung in Purvaraga, but Gopi Geet is sung in separation that takes place after meeting. Still, even in that separation, the gopis may think, "We have never met with Krishna." The first meaning of viharaṇaṃ, to walk with friends, refers to Purvaraga. But when the gopis speak of any pastime that took place after they met with Krishna, such as his walking along with Radhika, Lalita Vishakha, Chitra, and so on, then the second meaning, walking with a lady, applies. Sometimes, when Radha and Krishna are strolling along side by side, Krishna rests his hand on her shoulders, or the shoulders of another gopi. The gopis then espy a creeper entwined around a tamala tree. They see the blossoms that laden the creeper and the flowers that adorn the tree delight in each other's company and laugh gaily. And if there are any manjaris on that creeper, they merrily join in the laughter. The gopis now remember this incident as well as a conversation that took place at that time. "Look how radiant the creeper is," Krishna remarked, indicating that the creeper's happiness is due to being wound about the tree in a tight embrace. With these words, he intimated to the gopis his desire to meet with them like this, upon which they became blissfully intoxicated, their deep moods of love for him further intensifying. But now Krishna is no longer within their sight, and they are recalling their confidential pastimes with him, the way he smiled, his loving glance, his amorous pastimes with them, and his intimate conversations with them. The gopis say, again and again, "You playfully expressed your heart's eagerness to be with us. When we remember this, we are filled with hope that we will meet with you very soon." Each of the four, prahasiṭaṃ, prēmavīkṣaṇaṃ, viharaṇaṃ, and rahasi samvidaha, is superior to the preceding one, thus making the fourth the best of all. As mentioned, prahasiṭaṃ means smiling or laughing. When, along with their smiling, there is also glancing with increasing love and affection, it is called prēmavīkṣaṇaṃ. The gopis' amorous pastimes with him, viharaṇaṃ, are still superior, as the divine lovers gaze into each other's eyes and blissfully smile. They wander throughout the forest, arm in arm. Superior still, and inclusive of all the other three features, are their secret conversations, rahasi samvidaha, in which they touch each other's hearts by expressing the priceless moods contained there. In this way, there are gradations in the realm of perfection, good, better, and the best. The phrase Rahasi Samvidaha also has its own speciality. Krishna's loving talks with the gopis so deeply touch their hearts that they become embedded there. As a result, the gopis cannot remove remembrance of those intimate conversations at any time, even if they desperately want to do so. They conclude, "We believed that these interactions were based on true love, but now we see that you are nothing but a cheater and a hypocrite. You never spoke to us from the core of your heart. You spoke only to cheat us. If you had any love and affection for us at all, you would appear before us, but you do not."